Okay, I don't know if anyone's watching, but here we are, live. Here's Theo and Emmy.
I look like a
Jen, also known as Mommy. I'm Wesley, also known as Daddy, for the purposes of our family cook-along show. Okay, Emmy, what are we going to do first?
First, we're going to wash our hands.
That's right. We would be washing our hands even if it weren't for coronavirus before we cooked.
I'm actually a girl. I look like a girl.
Do you like your dress?
Okay, hands. Emmy. Go. Okay, Mommy's making some drinks for the children.
For you guys.
Can somebody please reach the soap?
Oh, okay. Here you go. Theo, soap. Okay, Emmy, you want to show us some proper hand washing technique? Theo, soap.
Well, you always want to wash your hands for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And a proper way to do that is by counting to ABC and rubbing very good.
Okay, you gonna do that?
So we're gonna count to ABC.
Okay, Emmy, you do that, and I'm gonna log on to my own Facebook stream.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time we'll do sing with me. And then we're going to wash all the places we put soap on. Because we all, even though we want our hands to be clean, we also don't want to get soap in the food.
True.
One more wash.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, what are you making for us?
We are having a very tiny Manhattan.
Okay, the rules we made up for this are we didn't do anything ahead of time or plan anything.
Nothing.
So we're going to make, though, some shrimp scampi. This is Grandpa Foster's recipe, also known as guppy.
Guppy's also a fish.
That's
The
right.
word guppy is also a fish. Your grandfather is not also a fish.
Hi, Mama.
I'm right next to you, sir.
No, I'm saying hi.
See you there.
Hi, Mama.
Okay, Theo is losing his mind because he can see himself from 20 seconds ago on our live stream.
Hi, Mama.
Okay,
Hi,
yes, we
Mama.
have very tiny Manhattans. If anybody is actually trying to make this with us, drop us a comment because I'll make sure to leave time. Although this is going to be kind of a slow process,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you'll be able to keep up just fine.
Hi,
Okay.
Mama.
Yeah, you want me to?
All right, so we have a toast.
Yes, a toaster, everybody.
Hopefully you're all having your Friday COVID-19 cocktails along with us.
Cheers.
I'm pretty sure only 2 of these have alcohol in them.
Mama. I hope it's not mine.
It's not, definitely not.
Cheers.
yours. Okay, there you
Cheers.
go. Good job. Cheers, everybody.
Okay. Emmy, do you wanna hold the camera? Okay, you can turn the camera around if you want. Do you want to do it so you can see what you're doing? Okay, there you go. So, okay. We have filled a pot with water, very complicated operation. I'm going to put it on the stove, also very complicated, and boil that. And let's put a lid on that, and maybe we'll salt the water while we're at it.
Hi,
No,
Mama. I need to talk to you.
that's all for that. Before we get the shrimp out, what we should do is we should peel a bunch of garlic.
Oh, that's a good
Do you want to help with that, Emmy? Or
Yes, I'll help with
you want
that.
to give Mommy the phone and you can help peel garlic?
Thank you. Here you go, Em. Theo, will you make some space for Emmy at the cutting board?
But we also have to break the garlic apart because one thing we cannot do is just cut the garlic into small pieces. Yes,
That's right.
it's going to
We have
make
to cut
it
it first.
very, very difficult.
Okay. So, you want to break some of this part, Emmy? healing is the hard part. You want to give it a little smash first. Sometimes that can help.
The heel of your hand.
Yeah. So we'll just do that, or we could use, yep. Don't like that going. Not going to smash them too hard because we are going to try to slice these up. But this is a very, this is a little bit of a rustic dish, so we're not going to worry too much.
What can I do?
We have a running joke in our house about rustic dishes. That restaurant chef's idea of rustic is everything's exactly the same size but cut into slightly irregular shapes. Or everything's exactly the same shape but cut into different sizes.
That's very true.
That's very true.
It is.
This is our little compost bowl because we just started composting. We got ourselves a composter.
But we can't go outside every time we do something.
That's true.
So we just put it in there and then wait.
And before this is all over, we might all have to grow our own food. So we thought we should try and be sustainable. Even though Manhattan and New York City, we're not in Manhattan. New York City is never going to be self-sustaining.
And New York City can't move to Manhattan.
And that wouldn't help, that's right. New York City cannot all be locavores.
Emmy, do you want to hit it with the heel of your hand? And that, or smash it with the
Oh,
heel of your
there you go,
hand?
good
So you
job.
put it down. There you go. Whoop. You can just press, Emmy. Use your body weight and press.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not sensitive because what are we going to do with these cloves of garlic, Emmy? Should we prepare people for what we're going to do next?
That's right. Oh, should I be wearing something on my hair?
Are we going to, Emmy, are we going to cook them whole? What are we going to do with them?
Okay. Now I'm a proper cook. I made Emmy a deal that if 10 people watch our stream at the same time, then I'm wearing the chef's coat for our next one. And then we can explain why it is that I own a chef's coat.
Because you used to work in restaurants.
That is not why I own a chef's coat.
But you
That's
did.
a very good guess. I worked in a restaurant very briefly, Emmy, and most people who work in
There you go.
restaurants, even if they wear chef's coat at work, they probably wear coats that belong to the restaurant. Now, I own a chef's coat because for my birthday, while Mommy and Daddy were dating, Mommy got a bunch of friends together, and she bought me a master class at a restaurant in Boston called L'Espalier, which is a very nice restaurant, actually where Guppy used to work there a long time ago.
You did?
Yeah, and so as part of the master class, I got to go there and work there for the day and learn some things from the chef there. It was very fun. And also, they gave me a chef's hat and a chef's coat. So I have a chef's coat from there, which would otherwise be a kind of funny thing to own. Okay, so now we have our garlic. That was, I don't know, that was maybe
Let's look.
a little more than half a head of garlic. It's not sensitive. We're going to make 2 pounds of pasta and 2 pounds of shrimp, which is probably for a family of 4 you could do about a pound of pasta and a pound of shrimp, depending on how you like it. But we like to have leftovers, and we also like to pretend that we were cooking for Grandma and Guppy. We often are here, but are stuck in New Hampshire right now. So we will eat this for the next couple of days.
Theo, what's Daddy doing?
Cutting.
Cutting? Is he cutting it into big pieces or little pieces?
What do you think? Is it big pieces or little pieces?
Big. Actually, little pieces.
Little pieces,
They're
yeah.
not all the same size. I like them to be different sizes. We'll get different levels of brownness. I just kind of like it that way. Almost done here. Thank you for your
Grandma Donna says thank you for cooking enough for her, even though they're not here right now.
And Julie says we are extreme lightweight.
I said that. I replied to Julie.
you
Julie
said
said those are tiny, tiny, tiny martinis, and I said we are extreme lightweights.
Are you gonna have a drink too, Theo? Okay.
Donna says nice. Grandma Donna says nice slicing.
Okay, so I'm going to take my extremely fancy copper pot. You don't need this. Any small pot would do, or even a big pot. And I'm going to cook this garlic in some olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
You could do this at the same time you did the shrimp, but the temperature control gets
Oh, but look at Daddy.
So-
He has a funny hat.
You only now noticing that.
You think so, Theo?
Um,
To keep Daddy's hair out of the
So I've
food.
got a couple inches of oil in there.
I'm coming
I have
over.
No idea how much it is. It's probably a half cup full.
The only reason we're using this pot is because we have it.
That's right. That's Emmy's takeaway.
So any small little saucepan. Turn it down low. Olive oil and put the sliced garlic in there. Ooh, look.
And we're gonna do this over low heat. This is gonna infuse the oil with the garlic flavor, and it's also going to cook the garlic in a more controlled way than we do if we tried to do it at the same time as the shrimp.
Right.
Because it's on low heat, that can just sit there, so I'm gonna ignore that. I'm going to wash this knife.
Because-
it doesn't need to sit in front of Theo. Oh, why?
And also
again.
because there's going to be garlic in the scampi anyway, but we don't want too much, so we don't want a bunch of garlic either.
But we don't want the garlic to burn also. So we're sort of poaching the garlic.
Yeah, we do want the garlic grease on our food, actually. The garlicky
But we
olive oil
don't
is gonna give us a
want,
nice
like,
flavor.
when we're cutting and cooking it will burn it. So we don't want to, but we
Oh, are you giving Emmy her drink?
Okay,
Thank you, Theo.
2 pounds of frozen shrimp. This is also coronavirus special. I mean, what I could find at the store. But frozen shrimp are fine. Almost all shrimp that you buy, unless you spend a lot of money for them and or are in a fishing town, were probably frozen at some point in their life. The only real problem is they're kind of wet. And controlling our water content is going to be really important. I learned this from watching many episodes of the Japanese Iron Chef. They always talk about the water content of all the food. We'll have a little physics lesson later.
We're not gonna cook that. You want that peeled shrimp?
Yes, these shrimp are already peeled, which is too bad because Emmy loves to peel shrimp.
Yes, and you're a master. Oh,
You didn't cup see this, Sebby. It's really white.
It's really white.
That's what happens to coal when it dies.
It turns white. That's true, coral does turn white when it dies.
a little PSA for coral bleaching.
Why is the coral dying, Emmy?
Because of the water temperature. Right now, the water temperature is, well, coral is very sensitive. And it needs to stay in the exact right temperature. So if the water temperature changes even just a little bit, the coral will die.
Why is the water temperature changing?
Climate change?
Climate change. Very good.
That's relevant from the Mars. I mean, that was a very long Mars and hot.
From the march.
You learned that from the March.
We went to the climate march together.
We didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
So,
do this.
oh, are we making salad?
We can.
You make salad? Yeah. Okay.
We should make salad.
We should make salad.
Sharon Kundy says, climate change, climate change.
These are people we don't know, right?
You have definitely met Sharon before, but not for a long time.
Yeah.
Sharon would like us to eat less animal protein.
Yes, in honor of Sharon,
Help with climate change.
I tested my vegan cornbread recipe today with my miso tahini spread, so I will make that. Sharon, I'll make that for you as part of our next as part of our next adventure when we do our vegan meal.
I mean,
Okay, I'm going to compost the part of the lettuce that is not so fresh.
Sharon said she saw you when you were a baby or a tiny, tiny person.
that no wonder why.
Okay, and we're going to make the world's simplest salad while that shrimp drains. All right, Theo and Emmy. Hold on.
Engage the procedure. Let's move this.
Theo, that's mine.
Theo, I think that's Emmy's. I think you spilled yours, my love.
Don't spit into everything. That's not nice. Okay. So I'm literally just slicing up lettuce, and we're going to dress it in lemon juice and olive oil.
That's it?
Next time we'll make our own croutons when we're more prepared.
We have cheese, right?
Theo has a
Yes, we
side
do have-
project
you would
going
like-
on
you would
there.
like the cheese on your-
Oh, Theo.
Okay, Theo, I'm going to take that away.
No.
Yeah, Theo. Okay, would you like to, Theo?
Do you need something to play with? You need something to do, Theo? Don't rub the apple juice into the counter, my love. I'm just gonna lie on everybody.
Okay. So, yeah. How long does coronavirus live on surfaces?
Well, it's just us, and we've all probably had it. Oh, Theo, don't lick the counter, my love.
Theo, that's
This
not-
is-
no, thank you. No, thank
This is why we don't have people over.
you. Thank you. Oh,
And
okay.
because our family has had a cold recently, and we don't know if we still have it.
Right.
That's
true.
So our oil
Oh.
over here is bubbling a little bit. That's fine. None of us can smell anything because we're not totally over our coronavirus.
smell.
You can smell. Can you?
I-
You
I'm
can't
pretty
smell?
sure- I'm pretty sure that the smell you're smelling like garlic now.
Daddy, I can smell from over
Can
here.
you smell the garlic, Emmy?
Sharon says this is why we can't have nice things with Theo. I think because of Theo licking the countertop.
Okay.
Just say no, thank you.
Emmy punched me.
You just say no, thank you, Theo. It's fine.
Thank you, Emmy.
Good job.
Okay. So,
Okay,
I'm
bye.
gonna wash the lettuce.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to show you all what's happening with the garlic here. So it's kind of, we're poaching the sliced garlic in the oil. Maybe next week I'll be able to smell that. I can't smell it at all right now. Okay, so that's that. That's happening. The family is still here.
Yeah.
Theo, what's in front of you?
Look at
Theo, what's that fruit in front of you?
what is it? Lemon.
Lemons. Where do we put those? Where does that juice go? Do you remember?
Oh, and the salad?
Some will go in the salad. That's a very smart.
Theo, you wanna press the salad spinner? One time, more time, one time, two more times. And you do. Okay.
Now?
Okay, no, press this. Okay, great. Now our lettuce is dry, so it won't water down our dressing.
Let's do it again.
We're going to continue to excessively use vegetable wash on everything
Again.
again. Should I wash those lemons too?
Yeah.
Yep. Very good, thank you. Okay, should we be really restauranting? Emmy, will you give me one of the red and white bowls? Theo, don't put that on the counter.
Red and white bowls? Okay.
Yeah.
The red is the flowers.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Theo, don't. The whole point of this was. Yep, thank you. Okay, we're going to be professional here. We're going to put the lemons in there so they're totally washed.
There they are.
That's disgusting. What is it?
It's not
We'll see if
disgusting,
they stay
silly.
clean. Oh gosh, there's apple juice all under the cutting board. I wonder how that happened.
Hard Bennett.
Yes.
Maybe because maybe the cutting board went a little tilted so the juice could go in.
Yeah.
So it went underneath the juice flowed. Yes.
Okay. Mommy, do you want to trade and make the salad dressing?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Yes.
What do you need to do with the garlic? Anything?
No,
Okay.
it's fine. Okay.
All right.
Mommy's gonna make some salad dressing.
Yes.
Daddy's gonna drink.
Very important. Okay, I'm getting some things together to make the salad dressing.
Stop.
Emmy and Theo, do you want to sing a song while we wait while Mama gets the salad dressing going?
Why don't we sing? Lemon with
Ah, nice.
lemon with me.
Lemon seed goes in there. Okay, what else goes in my dressing? I mean,
Hey, the other lemon.
what else goes in my dressing?
All right.
What else? Can you take another guess as to what goes in the dressing? I like a fair proportion of oil to lemon
Do you see
juice.
this? You need to come see this.
So that the,
Okay, stop.
mostly because the children will eat it that way. But
Can
also
I'm
because
gonna
then
go
it
to the
turns
bathroom
my...
for me.
Oh,
Can
you're right.
I?
Okay, don't forget to wash your hands.
Can
Yeah.
I do
Are
it?
you going to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this. Can you do it like this?
Yeah.
Okay, just take your hands and you're going to do it like this. That's how Mommy likes to do it, and that way it emulsifies a little bit. Okay, you ready to try it? Your two hands like this, and you're going to go like that. Can you do it? Oh, very nice. Very nice. Try it again. Good job. Okay, I'm going to put some salt in there. Go for it, Theo. Go ahead. Good job. A couple little pinches of salt. A little bit, tiny bit of pepper. Go ahead. Our kids don't love pepper, so we just put a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Should your mommy give it a go?
Will I do it?
You really do it? Okay, you probably have a favorite way to do your dressing. We happen to have some aioli from the other night that Daddy made. So sometimes I like to, do we? Or are we gone now?
You know it's there. It's in there. So, if you happen to have homemade aioli in your fridge, then you can make this dressing yourself.
Some people do use a little mayonnaise.
You do that one.
Okay, I'll do that one. But I'm going to do this because I'm going to put a little aioli in there because it helps. It's already emulsified and it helps. Put a little spoonful in there like that.
And I want to do that.
Okay, you can. I'm going to first blend it up, okay? Like that. Makes it kind of like a Caesar dressing.
Theo, Grandma Donna says, good job.
Okay, you ready, Theo?
Yep.
Good job. Oh, Theo, I really like how you're doing that. You can tell you paid attention. You're using your listening ears, right?
Oh, you forgot that.
No, we'll use that for something else. Otherwise, that's too much lemon. Do you want to taste it? You taste the dressing? What do you think?
Yum.
Yum? What's it taste like?
It tastes like apple juice.
What? That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Okay. So I don't think it's time to dress the salad yet. Because we like to do that last. That'll be the last thing that we'll do. But this is nicely sliced up.
I'm back.
I'm checking. I just like to give the
Emmy's
lettuce a
back.
little look-see. I'm a little picky about lettuce. So I like to give it a little look-see. And stick my fingers through it, my clean hands, my very, very clean hands. And I stick them through there and I find out sometimes like this little piece doesn't pass muster.
You need to do,
Back in there.
you need to do this.
Yep, that one either.
You showing your sister how to do it,
Right.
Theo?
Yeah.
And there we have it. So that's waiting and ready.
And I think we're ready
And
to
then
cook some
that's
shrimp.
Wonderful, thank you. All right, now we're ready to work on the shrimp. We'll
Excellent.
let that, as you can see, we're just gonna let that dressing chill out there. We'll dress everything at the last minute. Okay, we're gonna switch off, Daddy?
Yeah. Okay. Great. This is hissing because I have put the pressure cooker lid on too tight. I'm going to turn that off for a second so I can open it
Oh,
up.
Theo, you don't put your fingers in your mouth when we're cooking, so let's wash your hands, okay? You don't put your fingers in your mouth while we're cooking.
I wasn't.
Oh, Theo. Well, we're broadcasting to everyone, so I think everybody is well aware that you're putting your hands in your mouth. My love, Daddy has something hot. Theo, you really can't do that, Bubs.
Okay. Yeah.
But this is why we're cooking. It's safer for us to cook over Facebook Live than to have people over because we have a 3-year-old. That's Emmy's.
No, he should, because he spit in mine.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
You can take a sip and then Emmy will move it away again, okay?
Okay. So I'm gonna get the pan. This is also a very fancy pan, but any skillet will do.
We also don't want it spilling too much on the cutting board because we do not want to have spaghetti or salad that tastes like apple.
That's true. Okay. So I'm going to.
Daddy.
Theo, you need to wash your hands.
No.
Yep. Yep. You can't cook anymore unless you wash your hands.
Yep, because you're gonna wanna help for this part. So we're gonna show everybody that we're trying to be careful and make sure that we wash our hands. Okay, so don't put your hands in your mouth while we're cooking. Okay.
Theo, let's sing. How about what you do? We'll sing. How about I'll be working over it. I'll be working over
And I
it.
was singing, no.
What song should Daddy sing when you wash your hands? Nothing. No song.
Twinkle, twinkle.
We already sang that song.
No, we sing ABC.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Say hi to Grandma and Gung Gung.
Hello, Grandma and Gung-Gung. Hello. This is trash investing.
Yeah, you can go with that.
Okay.
So this is just flour. Good luck finding flour anywhere in New York right now. We went to the store early yesterday morning.
Grandma and
You
Guppy
didn't get
go
within
to,
6 feet of anyone.
Grandma and Guppy go to the store 5 o'clock in the morning.
Do they?
Yeah.
So that's okay, and I'm just going to salt this as well, because this is I'm not going to salt the shrimp other than the flour. So the purpose of the flour is we're going to just lightly flour the shrimp. It's going to make a tiny bit of breading, which will be nice. And its other real function is to absorb some water, because we need the shrimp to cook with as little water as possible.
Why?
Because water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius. And as long as there's water around, it's really hard to get anything up to a higher temperature.
Okay, Theo, we're gonna shut that off. Okay.
And when proteins, especially proteins, brown at higher temperatures than that, it's called a Maillard reaction. And it's what makes umami flavors, or the yummy, meaty flavors. So we need to cook, if everything's wet and we're cooking it, it'll steam, which is not going to be good for the texture. And also it won't brown, so you won't get the nice brown butter. We're not going to brown these very much. Guppy, whose recipe this is, doesn't browns them hardly at all. But I'm half Chinese, so I have to brown them a little bit more. But we're going to mostly not brown. We still want to brown it just a little bit, because otherwise they'll be steamed shrimp and that will be yummy. So these are drained, they're pretty dry. I'm going to dredge them in the flour right before I cook them.
Gung Gung says that they got a 5-pound bag in bulk of flour in California, no problem.
I want to steal. Here, you have. No. I want another stool, like yours. I'm not going to carry another one from you, so don't ask. Okay.
Open that up, and I'm going to drop the pasta in just a minute.
We're being more like a restaurant. I'm sitting on a stool.
You're sitting on a stool like a restaurant.
Mama, can you poach me one?
Hmm?
Yum yum?
Oh, you can have to let it
Gung Gung thinks that's a lot of salt, but it's delicious.
I can't.
So your mileage may vary. That's a good point. Mileage may vary with the salt. You'll know what works best for you. We're not salting the shrimp, so the salt is only in the flour. Where are you going with that, Theo?
Can you pass me a piece of lettuce?
The other thing I'll say about the salt is that
Here, wait. Wait.
we need more flour than we're going to use, because otherwise the breading won't work. So not all of that salt is actually going to be mixed in, and not all of that salt is actually going to wind up on the shrimp. And I'm probably going to add more salt to the pan.
Hello.
Emmy, do you want to try it with the dressing? You can tell me how we did with the dressing.
These are the bad lessons you learn.
It's really delicious.
I can't. I'm standing up.
No, don't, Theo. You have to get down on your knees. Thank you. Just be safe, please.
Standing up.
Okay, so where are we at in our process?
We're about to ready to cook some shrimp. Do you want to come over? You want to come over here so you can see see the shrimp that cook in the stove better?
Mommy.
Yeah. Do you want me to, oh, you want me to come around? Okay, sorry. Sharon was saying interesting things over chat. Okay, so the water is boiling. And there is an empty pan there with the fire on underneath it. It is warming up. There is the flour and salt mixture, right? It's just flour and salt. There's the slightly toasty garlic oil and the shrimp.
And where's my drink?
And Daddy's drink is somewhere. Oh, wait, it's over there.
Okay.
Drink is very, okay, we're gonna just have a little tiny bit. We wish we could have you all over for dinner.
Okay. Did I salt the water? I think I did.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I did.
So maybe someone was paying better attention over and can
but
text
we'll
us
find
if
out
we
in a
said,
second,
hey everybody, did we salt the water?
So the salting the water is actually not that important. There's a common misconception that you salt the water to raise the boiling temperature.
Okay, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
It's true that dissolving things in liquid does change the boiling temperature, but
No,
the amount of
yes.
salt you would need to put in the water to really change
Excuse me,
it.
there's something unsafe happening. You need a scooch? Okay.
These stools are not.
I thought they were because you asked for them. I thought you,
So the amount of salt you would have to put in water to really change the boiling temperature is really high, like a half cup of salt, a quarter cup of salt.
my mom says we can salt it now.
This is just for flavor. Okay, Donna says we can salt it now, so we're gonna do it. Over salting the water is not a problem. Anyway, as I was saying, the salt is really just for flavor.
And Daryl also said, Gung also said that he didn't see us salt the water. So this is very helpful. This is a crowdsourced.
Gung Gung wasn't watching at the start though, so.
This is Mingo.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put some of this oil in here. Ideally, I would get none of the garlic in, but it's not really that big a deal. I don't really care.
This is Mingo.
If some of the garlic gets brown, that's fine with me. Okay, I am though just going to dredge these quickly.
This is apple.
I don't want to let it sitting in the. I'm going to turn on the fan, even though it's going to be a little annoying to the stream. I don't want them to sit in the flour because it'll make a real sort of solid crust, which is not what we're going for. And I'm going to lay these in the pan around in a circle so I know which ones to turn.
Hey, you
first.
two. Do you have anything to say about shrimp scampi? Do you like shrimp scampi?
We love it.
What do you like about it?
I could eat if you've been to Lollipop, you know the size. I could eat that size, a lake.
Like the size of a lake. Like a lake that has no water, but only has shrimp scampi. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I've seen you eat it.
Now these shrimp are 2630s,
My tummy hungry.
which is to say they're between 26 and 30 of them in a pound.
I want to see.
Really, we should do this with
Hi.
like 1620s.
Hi, Daddy.
Because these are going to be hard
Hi,
to
Daddy.
cook.
Okay.
Hi, Grandma.
But this is just what we have, so we're going to use them, and we're just going to try our best to brown them a little bit. This comes back to why the flour helps to get just a little teeny bit of color on them. Guppy is going to call me any minute to say really no color is the right answer. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to pull these out before they're cooked. Before they're all the way cooked, because they're going to get a little more heat. They're going to keep cooking and they're also going to get a little more heat later.
Wait, can I see what he did?
So you can see they're just like teeny tiny bit translucent on the inside.
Gung says hello.
And is that good or bad?
That they're a little bit translucent? That's good. I was just saying I was doing that on purpose.
Hey, Theo, stop.
Because I'm gonna put them, they're gonna get mixed up with the pasta and they're gonna get cooked a little more.
Oh, yeah!
And do we like overcooked shrimp, Emmy?
Grandma says it looks perfect. Grandma Donna says it looks perfect. So we're having, this is crowdsourcing, very important. Don't eat up all the lettuce.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's impossible.
So you may not have noticed I'm cooking these with the infused garlic infused oil, so I'm getting a little more garlic flavor into the shrimp. Now you could, if you didn't want to infuse the oil, you could just throw a few slices of garlic in with each batch of this. That it would work fine. They'd get a little toasted, but it would really be fine. You also could cook the garlic in the oil at the very end. There's a lot of options. And this heat's pretty high. It's a little bit too high because they're browning a little bit faster than I want.
Emmy, can you come and do some camera work for me, please?
Great. And I'm just stirring the pasta just to keep it sticking together. You could add olive oil to the water to keep it from sticking, but any Italian would be appalled if you did that. We don't want to offend anyone, so we just stir it, which also works just fine. And shrimp are perfectly safe to eat raw, so we could have a sampler if we wanted to, even though these are a little undercooked. Should we do that, Emmy?
So here are the shrimp.
See, with a sampler, they're a little bit undercooked, which is the idea, and just a tiny bit chewy. And I really am just checking the salt level. You want to bite, Emmy?
No. Yum.
Seems okay? Think they need more salt, Emmy?
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, can you back? No, right now I'm doing some camera work.
What's the little number by the eye, Emmy? Have they gotten up to 10?
5.
Okay. I do not need to wear my chef's coat next week.
Great, I'll take it.
But some people might keep.
That's true. That's true. We still might get there. It's possible.
You said it's more than 10 people.
Yes, that's true. That is exactly what I said. Okay, Emmy and Theo, this is going to get a little boring now. I think we need another song break. What can we all sing?
I was like, oh, we can all sing all the movie. I'm the only one who knows it.
Yeah, it needs to be a song.
You gonna do the dance? Oh. Okay.
No. What do you think, Theo? Theo, how about I've been working on the railroad? Can you sing that for us?
Okay, we're gonna just take a break from sticking our hands in the salad. Thank you very much. Yay!
Very nice.
Nicely done.
The other reason I would like to do this with bigger shrimp is because this whole process would take a lot less time if there were half as many shrimp in a pound. But we're almost done. Probably 2 more batches and then we'll be in good shape. The pasta is probably almost ready. We should probably test it.
And what do we do after the pasta is all ready?
After the pasta is ready, we're going to drain the pasta. Good question. You think we should be ready for the next thing you have to do, Emmy? We'll drain the pasta. I'm going to chop some parsley at some point, maybe right now. So we have that ready to go.
Wow.
I do recommend everyone that you wear an apron when you cook, but it is also helpful if you wear a shirt. With your apron, we can be a little bit unconventional during this time in our house, but just as a PSA.
Theo has put on a shirt only to go to the park at any time in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Oh yes, or the store. That's right. He has done shopping a couple of times, which probably is not strictly speaking within good social distancing protocol.
Sorry, Daddy, what is this that you're chopping up?
This is just parsley. I'm just chopping this up. This is going to be for. We're just going to do a quick little sauce for the shrimp. Yeah.
Scampi.
Theo, don't touch that knife, right?
We have a habit to stay away from a knife, especially when someone's using it.
Yep.
That's right.
Because even though you might be at the side, if they, without the person who's cutting might be looking at another area where your finger is not, so he or she could cut your finger by accident, trying to cut pulses or whatever they're cutting.
That is true.
But in this case, no.
Okay, let's see. This pasta's ready.
It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Yeah, it's hot though, okay.
Yum, 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 yum. I think it could use a little bit more time.
That's perfect. That's great because I have one more batch of shrimp to do. Another little sauce. I think this is going to work out great.
Because I also see the white and that cook the crunchy in a way that makes it harder to, especially when I pull a square piece of loose.
Yeah.
That makes it good.
Okay, we're just finishing this up. Hey, Emmy, do you want to, while I do this last batch of pasta that everyone's already seen me do you want to play a song on the piano for everyone? Okay, Emmy's going to give us a little musical interlude while I do the last batch of shrimp.
Let's do the funny one.
Careful with cutting board.
I guess you know what to cook.
What's wrong here?
That's too annoying. I don't like that. It's too annoying.
Theo, be quiet while I play it. Okay, she'll be done in a minute.
And I'm also just going to tell you some about this piece of music.
Mm-hmm.
So there is these letters, and I think, well, if there's an MF, you should probably say. It actually means on how loud you play it. This is MF means sort of loud, but not like that loud, but like sort of loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just the F, without the M, which means loud. That stands for
Forte.
forte. This stands for mezzo forte.
Very good.
Over here, you might have noticed that I held that note for a rather long time. That's because there is this symbol, and this symbol means fermata, means hold this note longer than usual, or in other words, as long as you want.
Very nice. Will you play it again?
And this symbol means that you rest for a second, like for one, not two, there's one, so, and you'll also see that. And that, oh, and the dots.
Yeah. Let's see. Which dots?
Notice how I placed some of it like this? Sort of like they're connected. When they have the dots, it means
Ah.
it doesn't need to go to me. It's called, one of them is called...
Okay, Emmy, I think we're ready.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you want to be, Emmy, do you want to be the camera person for this part, or do you want to stand by me?
I'll be the camera person.
Okay. So, we have this nice pile of shrimp. Can I show them the pile of shrimp?
Oh, Cameron says good sharp knife habit tips.
Okay. Do you want to, okay, I think this pasta is ready, which is great.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is
everyone,
I'm going to take the rest of my garlic oil.
Okay, Emmy.
I'm going to take the rest of my garlic oil. There's still a bunch of garlic in there. I'm dumping that into the pan. Show the pan. Show the pan. Great. So there's all the garlic in there. Gonna let that heat up just for a second.
This is the shrimp.
Then
Grandma Donna says that looks so good. Oh.
I'm taking my parsley here. Gonna let that fry a little bit.
For the record, Guppy does not put parsley in his scampi. I did not grow up with parsley in my scampi.
Okay,
I accept it though. Do you want me to deal with the pasta?
Sure. Yep, you can do that. The color is in the sink.
Let's see. So, Daddy, you're washing the
I'm just washing the colander out. Yep.
colander.
Because.
And now we're gonna cut some lemon over here.
Yep, I did that.
We cut this lemon into slices, or into halves. Not really slices yet.
Okay.
And we're not planning to put them into.
Pasta. The timing is a tiny bit off. Ideally, I would like to have the sauce ready to pour over this. The important part.
Can you give it to me and I'll.
The important part of this is that I don't want. You could rinse the pasta. You also could put oil on it now. But what I would really like, if I can do this before it starts sticking, is for the first thing that touches the pasta to be something that has flavor in it. Like the sauce. So I've got this is my pan of parsley and olive oil and garlic.
And we use that. I know it's.
I'm going to save a little bit of lemon to put fresh on it. Okay, that's great. Oh, and I forgot a pretty important step, but that's okay, which was I meant to spoon off some of the pasta water to put in here to thicken it up. I need a little bit of just water, which is not ideal. The starchy water would be really better. But that's okay. Okay, so I've got this sauce.
That's a mistake.
That is a mistake. I'm going to throw the shrimp in here and give this a little stir. This is why we undercooked the shrimp slightly. Cameron, I hope you're ready to take your EpiPen. Mix that up a little bit. You guys need a little bit more oil. I'm just going to do that. The USB is a kazoo.
That's not a kazoo, that's a phone.
Here is my bowl. This is a salad bowl, but it's the only bowl we have big enough to fit all of this in. So I'm going to use it. Here's the bowl. Here's the bowl.
Unless we want a bunch of pasta on the counter to clean up later and eat food off the counter, which I don't think I would
No,
like to
that
do.
sounds like a terrible idea, Emmy. And do that.
I know, but I'm just saying.
And hopefully there's enough oil in here. The pasta is not sticking together. I'm just going to mix this all up.
If it's sticking together, no one will get the right amount of pasta. Like some people will have a huge stack, some people will have a tiny stack, some people have just right. Doesn't it?
That's true, Emmy. I'm going to take this. I have my 3 lemons here. I'm going to squeeze a little fresh lemon on here as well.
Yum, yum.
Because the other lemon is cooked. I like cooked lemon, but a little fresh Give me some good flavor.
How can I love these?
Oftentimes we have also grated some cheese at this point.
Oh yes, we should probably quickly grate some cheese. That's fine. The pasta can cool off a little bit. Now that it has some oil on it, it's not going to stick together. I am going to, excuse me, Emmy, get salad tongs.
Those fishes. What is?
They are fishes. I'm going to dress and toss the salad.
I told you, Daddy.
What did you tell me, Theo?
No, I mean this guy.
Oh, that little tennis ball is your daddy? Don't put it on the counter, please, Theo.
Yo, take it off the
Okay, so let's get some Parmesan here.
Mommy.
And let's get...
I think only one time I've been over to my friend's house with them.
Yeah.
That time with me and Sophia when I cried at night.
That's true, when you were 3 and you had your sleepover. Okay, so I'm just going
Wait, no,
to
I'm 4.
shave a little
I'm a
cheese.
dinosaur.
Oh,
Emmy,
okay.
can you get me the grater?
Yeah. Why are you shaving cheese?
I'm shaving cheese for the salad. The grater should be in the drawer there.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not the drawer. It's in the drawer over here.
Yeah. Yep. And
Great.
we never want to slice your fingers too hard on this because it will break your skin off. And we don't want skin breaking on the pasta.
True, and also because it would hurt.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so just a little shaved cheese. You could do that with the back of your box grater,
Can
but
I try to
come on,
grate some
whoever
cheese?
uses the back of your box grater for this. You'd like to grate some, Emmy?
But I don't want to grate it onto the counter.
No, please don't grate cheese. Okay, so grating cheese into a bowl is kind of hard, right? So you can grate it onto the plate. Here you go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cut the rind off for you. I should have sharpened my knife before I did this thing.
Thank you.
Careful of your little fingers, okay?
I will.
Thanks.
Which side should I even do it on?
You got the right side, the little ones.
Can you help me? You got it?
Oh.
Good job, Em. I like your dedication there.
Where's Marvel?
And I'm going to just wash a couple of dishes while this starts up. Have you ever thought of watched a professional cooking show and thought about what the big pile of dishes somewhere looks like?
That's what the interns do.
People scuttling around, washing dishes behind them, or taking them off to the special dishwashing kitchen.
Here's another way besides the other way to remember the order of the planets from the sun.
Okay.
My favorite Essa monkey just cooking on noodles.
Oh, were you thinking about noodles?
Yeah.
Wait, Emmy, how come it ends in N and not P?
Because Pluto's a wolf thing.
No. We lost a whole planet from when we were little.
That's true though.
What was the acronym when Pluto was still a planet?
My something.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it now? Can you do the? Should you do it again?
Acronym. That's not the one that she did.
Monkey just serving corn noodles. And there's also one that teaches
Oh,
you
my very My very excited mother. Is that right? My very
excited mother just
serves
serves.
Noodles.
something pizza, right? With the
No, it's my very excited monkey just serves unicorn noodles.
Just serves unicorn noodles. Mm-hmm.
Okay, how are we doing, Emmy? Let's see. Can I help you finish that? Oh, pretty good. Nice job, Emmy. Okay, let's see.
I can do that. You know that, right?
Yes, of course.
You did a good job.
Finish that up.
Oh!
Great. You want to throw that in the bowl, Emmy? You want me to do it? Got it.
That?
All right.
I think,
You can use your hand to keep it from going all over the place. There you go. That's okay, Bubby.
so I think we have made shrimp scampi and salad. And I think we are going to do this again next week. And if you have requests for what you want to make, what you would like us to make, we'll be happy to entertain those. And in case anybody actually wants to cook along with us, we will try and post a recipe sometime early next week so that anyone could actually get groceries with the 4-day lag that it seems to take to get food right now and could cook with us. So great, thank you for joining us, and
Have a great Friday night,
great
everyone.
weekend. Have a couple drinks and enjoy this time at home as much as you can.
Bye, everybody. Let me say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Theo, you want to say bye? No, he doesn't.
You does not want to
Bye,
say
everybody.